pez sargento. Tiene algo de espinas, pero es muy rico. Vamos a meterle.
We would fish in Gatun Lake. Today, we're gonna have a catch and cook of peacock bass. We will get to know an iconic figure of this lake.
So this is the Excalibur popper.
Did you make this tail? So iconic that they call him the king of the lake. The attack of the 5-pound peacock bass that creeped his way into our intro. A tip for bait casters and many, many catches. Right there. Holy, dropped it on his head. Dude, what a sick bite, man. Yup, that's one healthy bass, man. Not gonna lie, man, that's one lousy release.
Esa no te la puedes sacar con la mano, loco. No jodas, mano.
The bite got cold, so it was time to put on a killer lure. In this cove, I signaled the camera, but it was to talk about the baitcaster's precision. Little did I know that I was passing over a couple of peacock basses and their fingerlings. Renee would argue with me that it was a croc.
Mira, 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 una parida, hueva.
¿Qué? Crocodile.
¿Qué? Es una parida, huevado.
¿Viste los sargentitos?
No los vi.
Sí.
Pero no era burbuja.
Era burbuja, huevado. Cuidado, Ivana, estamos viendo ahí en el monte.
Seguro, Fren, yo lo vi. ¡Me lo ve! ¡Te estoy diciendo, huevado! Yo lo vi. Este sí necesita malla, Frank. Antes que se me meta los palos,
Avisa.
Mételo ya,
Gracias.
hermano, me tiene enredado con algo allá abajo.
Mira, donde está uno allá.
Ahí está, hermano. Please. Dale, no, mételo.
With all the excitement, I gotta admit, I never realized that Juan had netted the peacock bass outside of the net. We could have lost it.
Look at this monster, man. Qué animal, friend. Está en 5 libras. 5-pounder, man. Nice.
Just for a little perspective, a peacock bass from the Amazon, the Cyclatemensis, its world record holds at 29 pounds. An animal half of its weight would be 14.5 pounds. The record for the Cyclapleosona from Panama holds at 10 pounds. Finding a 5-pounder is very exciting.
Alright, man, just close the spool, keep your finger on it, and start yanking the line. So you see, by applying a little bit of pressure, you're gonna make sure that the line goes back into the spool so it doesn't happen again.
Quiero que sepa, nunca.
Sabroso.
Y ahora ya por lo menos ya sé cómo se tira ya.
Pero ¿cómo así? ¿Nunca lo había usado hasta hoy?
Hasta hoy, nunca lo había usado.
Sí, hermano,
Ready.
¿Quieres ponerle un señuelo y probar este?
Este buenísimo también Daiwa.
Alright, so that happens because the spool revolves faster than it should. You should try calibrating. So what you're going to do is you're going to put a little pressure on the spool and then pull the line. And that's called a bird's nest. So every time you change a lure, you got to recalibrate it. Alright, just to explain a little bit more, I'm going to do a demonstration here. So I'm opening completely the spool, right? So that when the lure falls on the ground, the spool is going to revolve faster than it should, and it's going to create a bird's nest. Alright, so that's the bird's nest. In the case of these curados, it hasn't done like a really awful bird's nest because it's a really good reel. But as you can realize, we already have a problem right now. So to release this, I start yanking or put some tension on the line as I press the thumb on the spool until we find a knot due to overlapping lines. So we're gonna keep pulling and pulling until we find this knot, and then if it starts to be locked, you're gonna have to pick at it until you release the line, and you just keep going with the same process. If anything, I'll just do another episode on how to just release or just to undo bird's nests.
Obviously, I'm drenched because for some reason Renee threw me over 10 minutes after recording this. You can imagine how fast I wanted to get back on board. But as the phrase goes, let's pay it forward.
So apparently Renee has an unspoken rule on his boat, is when you catch something for the first time, in my case a 5-pound bass from a boat, because the other 5-pound bass I have, I caught it off the banks. So he just shoved me into the water. And the same thing for Juan. He caught his first jack with a bait caster, and you already saw what happened to him.
Estamos empapaditos. Alguien nos echó al agua.
Where did you get that chicken from?
Yo, that wasn't on the menu, man.
¡Hermanito! Tus vegetales favoritos.
No seas cochino.
Cuando Arturito me dijo que llevo pepino, le digo yo, Arturito,
No lo abras de
papaya.
¿Qué tal el pescado?
Se está acabando.
Se está acabando. Sargento, salad, fried plantains, and we're at the lake. It's just amazing.
Cualquier pedacito de filmación que me hagas, lo más seguro es que yo te permita que hagas lo que tú quieras sin firmar, pero hay algunas cosas que la gente me critica muy duro, y es que dicen que yo soy muy runcho. Esto es más viejo de lo que tú te puedas imaginar. Esto que he puesto, bueno, esto se lo cambio yo para cualquiera otro señor. ¿Ves? Esto que tuve aquí, ¿cómo se llama? Este es el resultado de que este se traba con este aquí, con frecuencia. Así es que lo amarro lo más arriba, pegadito aquí,
para que no se
y
amarre.
no se enreda tanto, de vez en cuando. Pero hey, lo preservas, ¿no? Este se le mete agua, si tú lo haces así duro con él. Ya se lo saqué. Excalibur.
Este es el Popper Excalibur. Y esta cola la hiciste tú.
Ya no me queda más. Ya no me queda ni uno. Sí, eso lo hace ahí en la casa ahí. Bastante. Pero este lo ves así de ordinario. Es para aguantar los pescados, los pargos, todo lo que tú quieras. Esto.
So you use this lure in the estuary, in the lake. Le dio pena a la cámara.
¿Tú ya te han trabado esos?
¿Ah?
¿No te han trabado las congas esas?
No.
Ay.
Ahí está el problema. Es que no son moscas citadinas.
Te voy a dar un consejo.
Son moscas de monte. I got that lure recorded, man. I just need the pictures of what you caught today. Para poder incluir.
Quédate con la vez.
No! What an awesome gesture, man.
No hay una.
¿Qué?
Pana. Hey, Coco.
They just gave us this little present, man. Thank you very much, Papayan. Thanks a lot. A fishing icon from Gatun Lake has just given us this lure. Today he caught like a really big, just check out the picture. He nailed it with this exact same lure. Awesome, man.
Necesita malla. No. Está bueno. Ahí lo estoy grabando a él. My adventures in Gatun Lake keep offering splendid lessons. That fishing isn't only about the hunt, there's always time to rest. That it's never late to learn new things in life. And that the greatness of a true fisherman lies with his outstanding humbleness.